is a new month, and you know what that is? I have a whole box of books. I did not realize how crazy I went this month, but I am excited to share with you guys all the books that I got thrifting. Now, I am obsessed with thrifting for books now. Any chance I get, I will go to a thrift store and see what I can have. Most of the times I feel like I don't find anything, and then there are things that I want. So what I've been doing lately is I actually have a wish list on Amazon of physical books that I want to get. And then I also have a wish list on Amazon of Kindle books that I want to get. And so the physical books, I have a list, and some of those include the kids books, and some of them include the books that I want, because there are some physical books that I want, and I've been really enjoying reading a physical book. I know a lot of you guys love it. Plus, like, if I have a friend who wants to borrow a book, I got it. So I'm just going to share with you guys everything that I got, and it is a big pile of everything that I got. So I ended up getting this at a St. Vincent's thrift store. I got this for $3.09. I've heard a lot of things about it. I can't tell you really exactly what it's about. It's called Caravel. There's 4 of them in this series, I think. The girl, when I was checking it, she's like, oh, I read this, and she really liked it, and I've seen this. I'm not going to get any of the other books of this series until I read this book, but I'm pretty excited to get it. And it's a hardcover, which is kind of cool, and I didn't check out to see. I know sometimes some of these books are like really cool, but this one just has like a teardrop on it, so the book itself is not that cool. But I ended up having my mom make me some special cases for books when I go on like road trips. She made me one for a big hardcover book. She made one for me for a normal paperback book, and then she made one for me for my Kindle, which is kind of cool. And then I ended up getting this one. I've heard a lot of good things about the Karen Slatter, and I've heard a lot of good things about this, The Good Daughter. Again, I haven't read it, but I have a feeling this could be a book that I might read for book club. But otherwise, it looked pretty interesting. I was reading like the information about it, and it seemed pretty good. And I can't believe this book cost $27, and I got this at Goodwill for, I think I paid $2 for it. $2 for it, so you couldn't go wrong with a nice hardcover. I ended up getting this today. I got this one. This was $2. The Holiday Swap. Now, this is a book of the month book. I got this at Goodwill today. I actually want to try out book of the month. I kind of do, but this was from December of 2021. But last year, I ended up, for Christmas, I ended up reading only Christmas books for the whole month of December. The whole month of December, I read nothing but Christmas books. So I thought this would be a cute book for me to read when it comes out to be for Christmas time. Because like I said, I do like reading a physical book, and I thought this would be a perfect physical book to read when that time has come. So I got that. I also found this one, and this was in my book club. They read this right before I joined. I think it was this one, but I actually kind of want to read it. They said it was a pretty good book, and it looks really interesting. Like, sometimes like the cover itself really comes at me, but I got this for $2.99. But you know what? This is a book that I actually got at a Goodwill, and the guy gave me a deal for it, so I actually got this for 99 cents. He charged me 99 cents for this book, so pretty excited for that. And I still got a whole bunch of books, but I have a store in my town. There's a lady who does bargain. She buys like Amazon pallets of like returns and stuff, and Target and everything. I had one in my area, but the person like fell out of it. But she does this once a month. She opens up for a whole week, and she has you go on the days where it's $10 opening day, and then 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I always go on their $2 days, and then I also go on $10 days. It's on the other side of town. Well, I went on their $2 days, and I saw that she had 4 different spots where it said books were $1. And I'm like, okay, let's just dig through it. Let's just dig through it, because there was a book there that was $1 there, and I never got it, and I regret getting it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, then I was going through the pile, and I saw this book, you guys. God of Fury by Rena Kett. I just read this in January or February. This is book number 5. I devoured this book. Now, it is dark romance. It is a male perspective of this one. This one's not female-male, it's male-male. but I absolutely loved this book. I've heard it's really good on Audible. But anyways, I saw this. I'm like, oh my god. It was there for $1 and it was still wrapped in like the plastic where how Amazon ships it to you, and I'm like, I'm so getting this because this is a book. This was my favorite out of the whole entire series. There's 6. Number 6 is coming out at the end of June, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this book. I'm gonna get this book. So I got this for $1 and it was 20 something bucks. Amazon wants, I know, at least 20 something bucks for this book. I got it for $1. Then I was just kind of walking around, and my kids already spilled something already on it. That's nice. But I found the God of Ruin. Now, this is number 4. So this one's, again, dark romance, but this is a male and a female. But I found this one with it. And I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta get this. So this was $1 also. And these are the new covers that just came out. I think they're the new covers. But I got this for $1 too. And I'm like, okay, so now my goal is to get the rest of the books. So, and I'm gonna do it just by thrifting and all that stuff. I'm not paying full price for them. But I could not pass it up for $1. Then this has been on my list for a while to read. It is The Wrong Bride by Katharina Muir, whatever. I love the feel of this book. It's got like some really good feel of it, and I cannot tell you what it's about because I read so much that I can't remember, but I was reading kind of just a little bit of it when I got home and I was pretty excited, but I got this for $1. $1. Can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it. Then there is this one. Now this is book 5 or 6 of the series. I do know that some of it is on Kindle Unlimited, but some of it is not. This one, it was, I don't think it was, but I got this for $1. And I'm like, this has been kind of on a wish list of reading, so I gotta wait till I find the other ones before I read this one, or I'm gonna start reading the other ones. But you could not go wrong for $1. So I got 4 books. Like a probably $50, $60 value, maybe $80 value for $4. So I felt pretty proud with that as I went and got that at the bargain store. So yeah, went to a thrift store yesterday and I found this book. Now this is based off the Netflix series 365 Days. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There is 3 movies so far. There's 4 books, but there are 3 movies. I found out there maybe not be a 4th movie. The way the 3rd movie ended, I was very disappointed. But I love the first movie the best out of all 3 of them. But this is a book that has been on my wish list since I started reading. So probably at least 3 years this has been on my wish list. For a while there it was not on Kindle Unlimited, and I think now it is. But I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to read it. And I got this for $2.09. So... And my friend Jenny, like my best friend, I showed her to her and I know for a fact she will want to read this. So when I go home sometime, I'm going to probably have this for her to read because she loves that movie too. So I got that. My last haul I did, I ended up getting the 3rd book of the Lucy Score books. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get the whole series. I'm just going to get the whole series because... why not? So this was $2.79. This is the first book. I actually loved this book. I read it a long time ago, but again, I'm not always going to have Kindle Unlimited, and if I can get them cheaper, so I got this for $2.79. But the book, to me, wasn't in like the greatest condition. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, but to me, now it does. For a while, it didn't, but I really like it. So this is a good book. If you guys need like a grumpy romance, a girl, I think she was on her way to get married and then something happened and she ended up like running away. Well, she ends up like staying at this like cottage with this old grumpy man. You know, they fall in love and good things happen. So got that. A lot of you guys were telling me in the comments that your kids loved Diary of the Wimpy Kid and Dork Diaries. So I am going to start collecting the Dork Diaries books. Now, this one has an iridescent case. I am not sure if every single one does. I'm going to go to like Barnes & Noble and check if every single one does. Because some of them don't and some of them do. Or there's this special editions of ones that are pretty. So I ended up getting this today. I got this for $1. So I was pretty, no, I got it for $2. I got it for $2. So I thought I'm going to start getting this collection for my daughter. But yeah, this is just pretty much just like the... Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but yeah, so this was book number 4. So now what I'm going to do is start a wish list, or add to my wish list of all the books that we don't have. I think this is going to be our 3rd book that we have of the Dork Diaries. My daughter was pretty excited for that when we were shopping the other day, I found this book. This is the only book that I have up until like the last couple recent books of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and my son is on the verge of finding this, and I found it. And the guy gave me this one for $1. It said $1.99, but he rung me up for $1. So I'm pretty excited, and this is like in pristine condition. I don't even know if the kid even read it because it is such great condition. So I'm actually holding this out. My son does not know I bought this. I've had this for a couple weeks now, but I'm gonna get this I'm probably gonna see if I can hold it out, not give it to him until his birthday. So we got that. Then we ended up getting this one. This one is a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, but it is his friend Rowley. So Ben and I went to a Scholastic book fair at a school, and they had all 3 of them. We got like all 3 of them for like 15 bucks. But my son really wanted hardcover, and I saw this and I said, Graham was with me, and I'm like, Graham, should we get this for him? I know Ben really wanted these in hardcover, and he's like, just get it for him, just get it for him. So again, this doesn't even look like it's even been open. Like it never even been open hardly. And I got this for $1 at Goodwill. So these are going to be probably for Ben's birthday party. His birthday's at the end of summer, so I'm going to hold these off and hide these for him, but I'm pretty excited to get him some books that he doesn't have for his collection, so I just have to make sure I hide them from him. Okay, never mind. So this is a third book. I didn't know I had one of these in a pile. We got this. We were shopping one day. Charlotte saw this book and she grabbed it. So this is book number, maybe this is the first one. This is probably the first one. Is it? I think it is. Yes, it is. So Charlotte grabbed this one. She wanted this one, and we got this at St. Vincent's for $2. And again, it's in like pristine condition. So I got it. There is some kind of name in here, but yeah, can't go wrong with that. Then Ben really wanted me to get this book, and I says, Ben, don't we have this book? And he's like, no, we don't. Well, we get home and he finds out he does. So that's okay. We got this for $2, but what I'm going to end up doing is cleaning it up, and then I'm actually going to start a little free library. I got a kit, or I got one of the plaques. I just have to make it, and then I've got to figure out where we're putting it. I might put it in our park that's the closest to us, but I'm planning on putting a bunch of books in that. Like when I found those books at the bargain store for $1, I thought, you know what I'm gonna do is when I go back there, I'm gonna buy, if they have some other good ones that are not like not the ones that I really want, but ones that I've liked or any kind of like that, I might just buy them anyways and put them in the little free library, because I think that'd be a great deal. I mean, other parents want to read too, especially those kind of books, and those books are hard to find in those things. So I'm super excited to buy more of those kind of books for the little free library. Then last week we went to St. Vincent's, and I saw these books right here. Okay, so these are the City of Bones books. Now, if you guys watch, if you've been watching my whole series, my phone keeps ringing. If you have watched my whole series, I have the first 2. The first one's in decent condition, and then the second one's like in okay condition. And I saw these, and I'm like, okay, I want to get these. So this is book number 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is supposed to be in a box set of 6. I looked it up. I got these each for $2, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get these because I've seen these individually. I have seen these individually. So, and these look like they've never really been, oh, somebody left a bookmark in one of them. I didn't see that. Let's see what the bookmark is. Oh, it says, now that you're here. So it's just that kind of a bookmark. But anyways, I decided I'm going to get these ones, and then I'm on the hunt to find the other 2 hardback books. And if I don't, that's fine. But I'm super excited to read these. I know the first one was based off of the movie, and the movie kind of sucked. And I know there's a TV series, which is on my list, but I'm not going to watch the TV series until I watch these. So I was pretty excited to get those for $2 each. I got a couple more books to share with you guys. I ended up finding this book. This was a book that I saw when it came out a couple years ago. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to read this book. I love Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. And it is a sequel of Hocus Pocus. So I'm assuming it's based off the most recent movie. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get this. I got this for $1 or $2. But I'm pretty excited to read this Hocus Pocus book. And like there's a couple pictures in here of the movie. I think or was it just, oh, never mind. But pretty excited to get that, and the book was perfect, and I can always just use it for just art. You know how people get books for art? Yeah, okay. Then I was going to a concert a couple weeks ago, and I always go with my one friend, and he's like, I'm still working. I says, that's fine, I'll just sit in my car. And so I ended up stopping at Goodwill right before I met up with him. And so I was just sitting in front of his house, and I just started reading this book. I just got it at Goodwill. I got it for $1. $1. And so I started reading it, and I'm like, okay, I actually do like Colleen Hoover books. I like them, and I read them pretty fast. If you guys like Colleen Hoover and you want something of a fast read, this is a pretty decent book. It's about a girl who, she has a huge family, and she kind of just feels like deserted, and then she ends up liking this boy, but she finds out like he's dating her twin sister, and he thought it was her there once in a while. And then something happens, but it ends up being a really kind of a cute story. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. But I really like this book. So I just started reading it while I was sitting in the car, and I read like 50 pages while I was just sitting there waiting for them. So read this and was already excited. It was on a book, and I'm like, I need to read more of her books. Now, Confess, I've read also. This is a story about a girl who, she goes to live in this town, and then she ends up like trying to find a job because she's trying to get her son back. And this guy like kind of helps her out by giving her a job, and then like those two kind of become each other, and it's a cute little story. But I got this for $2.79, and again, it feels like it's never been opened. I feel like it's like in perfect condition. And then in here it does have the artwork. If you guys watch it, you can see it. There is a TV series about this. I actually bought it on Amazon Prime a couple years ago, or like a year and a half ago. But there is a series about it, but I'm pretty excited to own the book because it was like a cute little story. And then I found this today. Now, this is a library book, but it's in pretty good condition considering a library book. Like, they ended up knocking that out, covering that off. There's a couple stickers that I have to peel off, but other than that, I absolutely love Allie Hazelwood. I wish I read these books sooner. I ended up getting one of her books. I got the second one. This is a book 3 of that. But I wish I read her books a lot sooner, because the first book I read, I had it on my Libby waiting list forever, and I finally got it, and I could not put it down. I had to find out what happened next, what happened next, what happened next. I breezed through it in less than 2 days. I had to read it. It took me less than a day to read. I could not put it down. So I was pretty excited to read that book. Then I saw that this was the third one, and I did not own this one, so I ended up adding this one to my wish list. And I had the second one I got super cheap using, I got it like a year or so ago, and I wish I read it sooner, but I read that one super fast. And then there was this one, and I read this one. This one was a cute one. I really liked it. I feel like the back of it kind of got cut, but you know what? This is a book series that I want physical books of. If I could find it, I could get it. And I'm like, okay, do I want to get it? Do I want to get it? Do I want to get it? But I ended up getting it. I ended up getting it for $2 at Goodwill today. So I was super excited, and it's laminated for me. So we got that going on. So that was my haul, you guys. Those were all the books that I've got. I officially have filled out a bookshelf. I got this small little bookshelf in my room, and I have filled it out. So we are gonna get flooring coming up in our house soon. And I have a cube shelf right here that I want to get rid of, and I want to turn it into something else. And I want to get an actual full bookshelf right here. I have one right here, but it has 50/50 on it. But I want to get an exact bookshelf right here, and I want to put all these books on here. I want to fill the bookshelf totally full. So I'm pretty excited, but I can't believe I got all these books, and I'm pretty excited to go bargain shopping. We're going to Minneapolis in a couple weeks, so I'm excited to check out the thrift stores there. We're going to Duluth again in a couple weeks, and I'm excited to check out the bookstores, or the thrift stores there too. So any chance I can get a chance to just check things out, I am super excited. But if you guys enjoy this video, please let me know by giving this video a great big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another thrift book haul. See you later. Bye-bye.